Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Dr. Olivia here. Today we are going to unpack, put together, and review the Lalo The Chair. So their high chair. I'm super excited to get into it. So let's get started. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe on all my socials. I post tips and tricks, baby development stuff all over on my TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you're following me there. So Lalo sent over this. This is not sponsored. I'm always gonna give y'all the truth, my honest review, but thank you Lalo for sending this over. I did some research ahead of time and this seemed like a really good option for Julian. So let's open it up. I'm a sucker for packaging and so far I'm loving what I'm seeing. That's so cute, the best seat in the house. They have a little QR code if you need help to set it up, which I probably will. We have the cushion, user guide, the actual seat, arm bar, a foot plate we love. That's a big thing when picking out a high chair is we need a good foot plate and the tray. And we went with black because I figured it'll show less stains, but I don't know how true that is, but I just like the black for where it's gonna be. I think it'll be a nice contrast. This sounds like the legs. So the thing with the chair is it's supposed to be pretty easy to assemble. So I'm gonna do this with you guys so you can see me put together the chair. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Hopefully my assistant here, if he needs to assist, will help me. Hubby's not here, so I gotta do it myself. I like the tone of that leg wood. There's the cushion. Ooh. Little Allen wrench. Okay, here we go. We have this seat. We have the seat and the harness. Step one, click in all four legs to the base of the seat. So yeah, a lot of y'all have been asking what my, favorite high chair is, and I have treated a bunch of patients in obviously different high chairs. But when I was researching chairs, I wanted a lot of things. So for sure, when you're looking for high chairs, you want to prioritize, again, that PPNA. That's like my trademark thing. PPNA means position, posture, and alignment. That has to be prioritized at all times when they're in something like this, especially when they're feeding. So when you introduce kind of feeding, and that skill in itself is like a really challenging skill, you want them to be super supported the whole way. So it's kind of like I always say, when you're at a restaurant and they seat you at the bar or like at a bar stool and your legs are kind of dangling and you're trying to eat, for short people like me anyways, this is an issue I run into all the time, is you feel unsupported and then you get a table with your feet and your hips at 90-90, with your feet kind of like flat on the floor, and that makes such a big difference in terms of like how I can posture myself and eat. So that's really important. The same applies to a high chair. So far, this is really easy for my therapists. This is literally like the same mechanism they use for walkers. When you're like trying to adjust like the walker for old people. That's kind of like the same thing. So you click and snap it in. Step one done. Step two, line up the crossbar with the holes. On the legs, insert bolts and tighten the bolt. Pro tip, when your child grows, the footrest can be reversed for better leg support. We love that. We love to see that. So that seems... Guys, do y'all like putting furniture together? Or like an IKEA item? No ma'am, no, I'll pay to get that assembled. Like Julian, we put for his dresser that we just used as like his changing table, that's from IKEA. Some of y'all asked me that too. I really recommend it. It's just so hard to put together. We used TaskRabbit for that, which is, I know, so bad, but I can't be bothered. Another thing I wanted out of the high chair was for it to have a cushion that is easy to remove and you can clean, but also where you can take it out and it's not going to affect kind of the support that they're getting. So I've had another high chair that, oh my God. Hold on guys. I've had another high chair that has a cushion, and depending on, oh my God, I I cannot multitask and do this. Hold on, let me get my life together really quick. Okay, so step two is done super easy. Step 3, put belly bar bottom tab through the front slot on the seat, then take the right and left tab one at a time and push it through the side square holes in the seat. Push through the hole until you hear a loud click. So we're gonna put the belly bar in here. Don't tell me I need more muscle. There we go. Tick. Okay. I got a little sweaty with that one. But that was more me not being aggressive enough. I felt like I didn't want to break it, but this is super durable. I'm really impressed with this material. Okay, step 4. To slide on the tray, line up the grooves with the lip. Am I doing this right? Okay. So I like the chair from Lalo because it's not only a high chair, but then it turns into a little play chair for when they're older, so you can take the cushion out. It comes with shorter legs, and then it's a part of their tables kind of like series that they have. So it's just a really good chair, and then the seat itself is really ergonomic, and we'll get into that in a little bit too, but let's put the cushion on. Okay, so far it's been pretty straightforward, but I was getting confused on the harness part, like how to thread it through. So I hope I did that right, we'll see. And then this is nice because it fits really well, like the cushion is really well fitted to the actual seat. And this material is, if I'm not mistaken, cotton. Okay, so that's it. So we just assembled the chair. You know, I forgot to time myself, but I feel like it took me like 20 minutes maybe. And I did it all by myself, which I'm very proud of myself. I think it looks great. And I think it's gonna work really well for Julian. So we'll get him in a minute. He's napping. So grandma's gonna wake him up and then we'll bring him. But in the meantime, Lalo also sent me their, some of their mealtime goodies. So let's take a look at that because I'm really excited for that as well. So they sent over some books, which thank you so much, Lalo. That is so sweet. So this is their, a little book about trust, love, and home. And I think they're so cute. These hard books are great if your little one is trying to start crawling or rolling because they stand up like this. And then they can just kind of play with the pages. They can bite the pages and, you know, it's not gonna ruin the book. So I love these. So this is their First Bites starter kit. So we'll go through these. First off, I love the bags. I love the packaging, super nice. And I chose the green color. I believe it's the sage. And it comes with a little cup. How cute is that? This is all dishwasher safe. BPA free, FDA approved, and then it's a non-toxic silicone, so it comes with a little straw, super cute. Then it comes with a baby got snack, that's so cute, but it's their suction bowl. This is really great because Julian is already throwing things, like he's already chunking things. So this kind of mitigates that. So it's just a suction little bowl, super cute. It comes with little spoons in here. These have a really great weight to them. So Julian is, and I'm sure your little ones are kind of still playing with holding a spoon. That's still a challenge for them, which is totally appropriate, totally normal, and developmentally, they kind of have to go through it to figure out how to hold a spoon. But the weight of this is really nice, and he's gonna have a really easy time kind of grasping that and scooping or even getting it into his mouth. This is nice and flexible too, so it's not gonna hurt their palate when they're kind of exploring it in their mouth. And then we have these bibs that are so awesome because, you know, feeding is gonna get messy. Starting solids, all of that is going to get super messy. So this is gonna kind of help catch any of those stragglers, and I love this colorway too, super cute. So super excited for this kit. I think it's a great starter kit if you're just starting solids like me with my little nugget. So let's go grab him, let's put him in here, let's test it out and see what he thinks. You wanna try your new chair? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Ooh, okay. So a lot of other high chairs kind of have that swivel component to take the tray off to like get them in there quickly. This doesn't, but I'm not too bothered by it. Okay, so I am loving the seat. He's not too slouched, where they, what we call like sacral sit, where they're kind of sitting slouched, like where their knees are almost higher than their hips. So he has a really nice position here. He's not independently sitting quite yet, so there is still a little bit of like slouchiness, but he's really well supported by this 5-point harness that I just really like. So I appreciate this part of the harness because it tightens around his mid torso versus lower. So if it's kind of lower, then they tend to fall forward. So this is keeping him really nice and upright, which is super, super good because we're gonna introduce solids. So we need all the support we can get, all the distractions kind of taken out of him like falling or scooching or sliding down, and him just really focusing on the feeding part. I also really, really like that he has a footrest. So when you're picking a high chair, guys, you want to prioritize a really good footrest. Obviously, he is not hitting the footrest right now, but I'm okay with that because he's getting a lot of like this back support. So when he is a little bit older, he will be able to utilize the footrest in a really great functional way. Then I like the tray space. I like that it's nice and wide and it's deep as well. And I like that it has this little groove that he can kind of hold onto and feel like, again, just really, really supported. So the Lalo high chair definitely is hitting all the buttons in terms of support. I also like the clearance of this high chair, so I can scoot up and get really close to feeding him. Some of the high chairs that I've worked with in the past have like either not enough space to get under and kind of between the legs, put your leg in between, or it's just kind of funky with like a bar at the bottom where you can't like scoop under and get as close as I would like to. Okay guys, so that wraps up the Lalo put together and review. I am super impressed and I highly recommend it. Julian is looking really great in here. I feel like he's gonna be really well supported in our starting solids journey. So for the price point, I think it's a very fair price. You're getting the high chair and then you're getting a play chair for when they're older. So I love that, but what I really, really love about this guy is coming from a developmental specialist is that it's prioritizing that PPNA. He has excellent posture. He's really well aligned, and the position that he's gonna be in when he's doing all of these important skills like that, feeding and things that we've talked about, is gonna be there. So really love this, I highly recommend, and I think it's really cute kind of with the aesthetic of my home, and it's nice to look at too. Okay guys, that's it for me. If you wanna check out the chair by Lalo as well as their First Bites kit, I will leave everything linked down below. Make sure you're following me at TheBabyPT on Instagram and TikTok. Also make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube and leave a comment down below as what you wanna see next. Until next time, I'm Dr. Olivia, catch you later.